How's it going, everybody? This is Renee with Neptune Cigars, and we're here at the PCA 2025 in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm standing here in the Tatuaje booth with none other than Pete Johnson. Pete, how are you, my friend?
Good, brother.
It's good to see you again.
Been?
Doing good.
Good,
yeah.
good.
How's the show been so far?
Actually, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
New Orleans, dude.
You like
finally
it?
a city with a little culture. And the weather's amazing.
The weather,
the weather's
perfect, perfect weather.
I think if they
now.
told me, hey, we got to come back here multiple years in a row, if I can get the same weather,
yeah,
and have good food and a good walking city, I don't need Vegas.
Yeah. Well, we ticked all those boxes this year.
I know, right?
I think we're doing it next year too. So.
Yeah, we are doing it next year. So 2026 we'll be here also, and then back to Vegas for I don't know how long.
Right.
But you never know. We could come back here quick.
You like the food here?
They welcome, yes, yes. Maybe a little too much.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that they actually welcomed this convention so much that they made a smoking exemption for us.
Really?
So it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
When people want you to come, that's the bonus, right?
Yeah. Well, you were here 10 years ago, weren't you?
I was here 10 years ago. I was here 20 years ago. 05.
Yeah.
Right before Katrina.
Oh, that was in New Orleans
as
well? Wow. Yeah, well, a lot's changed since then.
A lot of rain back then, and then we left, and then 10 days later, Katrina.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. All
sad,
right.
Sad, but the city's been, it's been great.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's see what we're doing this year.
Okay, well, the easy one, PCA 2025, Corojo edition. We're actually releasing this in 2026, though.
Oh, yeah?
So it will be delivered January 2026.
Got it. Okay.
But we're doing the orders here. The cigars are in production, but if I need to make a few more to fulfill the orders, we're going to do that. 50 cents of every cigar goes back to the organization to help with lobbying efforts, which is something I love doing. So that's a great. I'm smoking one right now, too. They're fabulous. The new Faustos. The new Fausto 60s, 187 millimeters long on the big one, and 110 millimeters long on the short one.
Right.
So 7 3/8 and by 60, and then 4 3/8 by 60. $11 and $13 price points.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're trying to make sure that to keep the price points as low as we can for a while, but to make sure that everybody can afford our product.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, we have the new 7th Corojo. You probably remember the 7th Tuxtla years ago. We decided to expand the 7th line to all 5 wrappers like the Corojo 2012s.
Okay.
$9 retail, Corona Gorda, 5 5/8 by 46. These are all going to be shipping over the Faustos, and the 7ths will probably be, we'll see them over the next month.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they'll be shipping
So
by...
those are coming out right away.
Nice.
Then we have some new stuff in the other cabinet, which we'll cut this film and go over to.
Let's go take a look.
Which will come later.
Yeah.
We'll see in a bit.
Let's see right now.
And
all right,
we're
Pete. What do we got here?
Good to see you again.
Yeah. Sorry for the commercials.
All the commercials. Neptune's just littering your feed with commercials. Anyway, we've done this before. We do an expression of wrapper. Corojo seems to be the theme this year for us.
Yeah, I see that.
A couple years back, we did a Tuxtla version of Avion 13 and a Tuxtla version of the T110, and that's when the Tuxtla 7th showed up.
Right.
This year, we decided to do Corojo on everything, and do the Côte Corojo, the Avion 13 Corojo, and the T110 Corojo. These are set to be out sometime, I want to say sometime around mid-year. So we'll see them in a few months, but we'll have more news about that later.
Right.
But yeah.
But by the end of summer, it'll be out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we just love the expression of Corojo, and that's probably why we went a little ahead. Plus, it's a wrapper I've fallen in love with since the family started growing it. So
Got you.
100% Garcia tobacco.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then you move down a little bit to the Côte d'Or. We've done Côte d'Or and Latache multiple times. Latache has the red band.
Right.
Côte d'Or has the cream color. This is actually a new size in Côte d'Or. Normally we did a 7 by 47 for Côte d'Or, Sancti Spiritus wrapper.
Okay.
Pelo d'Or on the filler.
Damn.
Yeah. Just complex, a lot of wild flavors.
That's a delicate tobacco, isn't it?
Pellegrino? No,
Yeah,
it's
no.
it's a hard tobacco to grow.
Oh, okay. Right.
So hard that Cuba outlawed it years ago. But it's a very sweet tobacco, but sometimes very gamey.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it gives you don't have to use a lot to go a long way.
I see.
That's going to be out sometime mid-year also. It's a 6x50 soft box press. And then we have a new Surrogate, which is actually a fun project that Dan put together, Surrogate Dan somewhere around here. It's called Backline. And Surrogate Backline is a play on the whole, if you went to a nightclub, you're a musician, you go to a nightclub, and they always have the backline of amps that you plug into.
Yep.
And he's really into tube amps, so we made the cigars look like tubes.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Nipple head, shag foot.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to do this project again with different homages to different amps.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He likes to call this his box.
Well, you're a bassist, so you should do an amp for a bass amp.
Yeah, he's a bass player too. We're both guitar players also, but he went down a deep rabbit hole with the guitar thing. He just fell in love with
Never
it.
looked back. Yeah.
So,
Right on.
yeah, that's going to be a fun project. Same thing, summertime, somewhere in the, about a month or a few weeks apart. But all coming soon.
Price point on the Surrogate?
I don't actually know. I don't know the price point, but I think it's around 10-ish. But there's two sizes in the box, so I can't remember which is which. That's a Dan question.
Yeah.
If you run into Surrogates Dan on the streets, ask him how much these are, because I don't know. No, there's a lot of things we haven't set yet.
Yeah.
Usually the Côte doors are somewhere around that 16 price range. And these will be, 10, 11, and 13.
Cool.
So I think.
Right on.
Yeah, nothing's set in stone yet. But the whole purpose, again, is to make sure that we have great product at great values, and that the consumers get to take advantage of that. So thank you to everybody who shops at Neptune.
Absolutely.
And thank you to everybody that buys Tatuaje.
Yeah. And Halloween, Boris Karloff, right? That was this year's.
No, we did the Boris Karloff as a limited release in the beginning of the year, but I'm working on another one for the end of the year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Like
New
September,
size.
October.
And then, November, around his birthday.
You miss Halloween.
No, but it's around his birthday. This year's the Mummy.
Oh.
This year's monster is the Mummy.
A mummy. Is that new news?
No. I was smoking a Mummy in Madrid recently, so not so new.
Gotcha.
Not so new. So yeah, a lot of things coming, but we're trying to keep it fun and interesting. So
Sweet.
yeah.
All right, so before we wrap up, I have one last question for you. And this one's on everyone's mind right now.
Okay.
A lot of your tobacco, if not all of it, is Nicaraguan, right?
Yep.
Tariffs. What do you see this doing to our industry?
Right now, I'm not worried about it. I'm hoping that I have to look at what happens. No one really knows how it's going to work, how we're going to get billed for it. Remember, the Garcias import all my products, so it would fall on them first.
Right.
If they tell me I have a price hit on something, I'm going to see if I can eat it, because there are certain things I want to keep at a certain price range.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, for me, I want to make cigars that have a purpose behind them, not just make a widget to sell.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I don't want them to be expensive widgets.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Well,
hopefully we don't have to deal with it.
Pete's not
We'll see.
worried, neither should you. All right, Pete. Well, thanks again, man. Thanks for taking the time.
You don't have to buy now,
Yeah.
but buy more.
Stay tuned for everything coming your way from Tatuaje this summer and then later in the year as well, Q4. Available at neptunecigar.com. Thank you for watching and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. See you next time.